Well, hello there, and a grand old welcome back to the Slipstream. Today, we are going to be relaxing, kind of hanging back, and getting some cinematics done for an upcoming video. I do hope that you're down for that. It's going to be much more of a low-key stream where I will be getting, once again, the cinematics done, and hopefully you are able to take a bit of kind of advice or expertise, my own thought process when it comes to making the cinematics. So hopefully you do find this to be a helpful live stream, and at the same time, I do hope that it ends up being something that is relaxing, something that you can have back on the background, and hopefully it helps you end up becoming a better cinematic maker. And if you would ever like to learn my workflow in just 1 hour, you are more than welcome to take a look at the link in the description below, where I have a 1-hour course where you can see exactly how I make my videos. But I hope that you guys are doing well. The stream was supposed to happen last night, but I actually ended up having a good night last night. I, for the last maybe 2 years, definitely have been really focused on making as much content as I can for you guys, and it takes a lot of willpower and consistency and motivation and discipline, definitely, in order to keep making videos, because there are definitely days and nights and times where when you're making videos you want to be consistent. You need to keep putting in work day after day in order to have a consistent end product. And when you get into a flow of things, your schedule kind of dictates your ability to get out as much content as possible. So when you get into YouTube, especially if you get really into YouTube like myself, oftentimes you would prioritize, or I prioritize, making content as opposed to doing things that will not necessarily give me value directly. And so for me, I usually try to do like the harder thing. And for me, it's much more, exciting to play Minecraft than to make cinematics and that sort of thing. And I'm sure that's not lost on any of you guys. But when it comes down to it, I barely let myself play any other video games or do things that are aside from making YouTube videos. And so last night we were supposed to stream. We were supposed to do what we're doing tonight. My headset, my headphones were having difficulty, you could say. And I was working on it. I was trying to troubleshoot it for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, right as stream came about. And I just still couldn't figure it out. And so when it was stream time, I was like, you know what? I give up. And it took a lot for me to not force myself to make content, but instead there was actually a different game that I have not allowed for myself to play a different game in such a long time. And there is actually, and I've never been a mobile gamer. That's really never been my thing. But when I was playing Minecraft over the weekend, I think that with the advent and introduction to Hytale for so many people, it's that I want to keep making Minecraft content because I love doing this. But it's definitely made me kind of get an itch to play a game that's other than Minecraft. And I haven't really played that, or haven't had that feeling that much over the last couple of years, but I did end up having it. And I'm happy because I decided to scratch the itch. I've heard of a lot of other YouTubers that will really focus on also making sure that they play other games too, and having more of a breather and space from the game that they're making content on, because especially when it comes to Minecraft, this has been my experience as of the last 24 hours or so. And it's true, I've heard it so many times, is that when you play something different, it actually can give you inspiration or what you actually, for different things that you want to put into Minecraft or, incorporate into your content and that sort of thing. And I've been just really into this game. It's called Inmost. I've been absolutely fascinated by it. It's a game that you have to play with headphones on, because if not, it's just the sound, the audio, and the storytelling behind the game is incredible. So I didn't stream, I didn't do any Minecraft yesterday, and it was a good feeling to allow for myself to do that. I did a lot of Minecraft over the weekend. Did a ton of building, but I never allow for myself to play or do anything else, just from like a content perspective. And so it's a good feeling. And we are just waiting for a second, oftentimes when we have these longer replay mod cinematics like this. It takes a second, as you can see, to actually exit out of the replay mod cinematic as well. And you can see, based on this list that we have right here, we definitely have a good amount to do. But as you can also see, not all of the lengths of the clips are the same. So it won't take us as long as that one. We won't need as many cinematics for every single clip here. And let's see. So I always zoom in on myself to see kind of what's going on. And this is a short clip, so I know that I'm kind of just taking a look at the sugarcane farm. This is probably when I'm showing it off. So I do think that the best idea that I can do is to hopefully try to get a couple of cinematic angles of this build, which is going to be hard to do because I like to build very small and congested, as you can maybe see. And for me, I also like to have cinematic frames on my cinematics. Oh, and I came into the frame right there. That's a total bummer. Okay, maybe we can make something happen out of this. Yeah, actually, keep the clip playing for a second. And then the good thing is, after I've made my position keyframes, just like this, is I can and use them to get other perspectives. And since I left that area, that also means that I can try to figure out a couple more cinematic angles showing off the new sugarcane farm that we've made into the Kingdom of Solith here. And you can see that, you know, when it comes to making these cinematics, especially when it comes to all these buttons that I'm pressing, that is something that comes with time and experience. But I think I've developed a really fast workflow when it comes down to making replay mod cinematics. It really kind of just depends on how intentional I'm being. Which I'm trying to do right now. Some cinematics are harder to get than others. And interior cinematics are usually a difficulty for me when it comes down to it. There we go. I have to center it, and once again, I have to think about the fact that the top and the bottom of the frame are going to be obscured by the letterbox kind of cinematic frame that I usually include in a lot of my videos. So I think that we're also going to get a cinematic of the flower right here. And you can see I'm just kind of pulling back the replay mod slider. And then I'm adjusting the position keyframe. And if you'd like to know more about that, I'm more than happy to go more into it. And then at the same time, I do have a bit of time right here where I don't always include as many cinematics of myself. But since I have that extra time where I could see that I was kind of stagnant, it was still beforehand, I can make a cinematic out of that. And then the other thing is that I'm pretty sure that when I ended up making the kind of audio recording of this, I'm pretty sure I mentioned the barrels and the tuff that I have right here. So since I know that I think that I kind of pointed this out, I can also show this from a different visual format. This is what I'm going to do right here. I don't always go as detailed, but hopefully this is helpful when it comes down to it. Hey, Jordan, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, it's good to see you. So what happened was we were supposed to do this stream yesterday. It was supposed to be, yesterday's live stream. But my headset wasn't working, as I think you could see Level Up was hanging out for a little bit, or for the first minute or so of stream, because I never actually ended up getting into it, unfortunately. But at the same time, I'm happy that we ended up kind of taking a breather for the night, because I'm feeling much more refreshed. And I didn't realize that I actually needed it, but I'm glad that I listened to my gut when it came down to it. Okay, let's see. Actually, so I'm going to go back into my first person's perspective right here. And then I had a feeling that it would actually be better to demonstrate the fact that instead of opening the shulker box, I'm actually breaking down all these blocks right here. We can make a new position keyframe, just like that. And we'll keep it just like this for a second. And then if I actually extend this time marker over here and I double it, it's going to make it half speed. And so we can actually play it back, which you'll notice that I don't do as much. You get better at not having to look back at the clips over time, which will save you a lot of time too. But you can see here in a second or so that now everything is much more slow motion, and you can see the boards kind of block or break down a lot, more cinematically when it comes down to it. So you can imagine that I can definitely get a decent cinematic clip for a couple seconds out of that. So we'll definitely keep that. We get the 31st clip of Lotus episode 10. Yeah, Jordan, how are you doing, my man? I've had a lot going on. There's been a lot going on recently. I feel like you've been saying that you've been busy too. So, but what's been going on with you? I'd love to be able to catch up. You can see we're just doing it again. I'm actually, since I'm on live stream, I can tell I wasn't going to do as many cinematics per kind of like miniature scene as you can see that we have right here. But I'm still happy. I'm fine with doing that. I usually try to not make my cinematics that much longer than like 15 to 20 seconds maximum. As you can see, this is about 13 seconds right there. But that's all we have going on in that clip, so there's no need for me to stay on it. We can move to the next cinematic segment. Okay, let me change the song very quickly too. Okay, it feels good to I haven't done a cinematic live stream in a long time. Not a long time, like maybe a month or two. I feel like it's educational for the people that are into that sort of thing, but for the people that are not, I understand why it would not be as appealing. Let's see, what did we end up? Oh, okay. This cinematic, I kind of have to always catch myself back up to it. This cinematic sequence is about me transforming this entire area. Okay, so we're gonna start off. We'll do some far away cinematics. I do want to start. I want to have a bit more light. So I do think. Oh, Oh, just kidding. We're gonna start back. This is actually me building this tower build that we had right here, and I totally forgot about it. Okay, so we actually want to, come about right here. Ooh, I kind of like this perspective. Okay. Let's see, can we make anything happen from it? Sometimes you can set a shot just like this and it doesn't actually pan out how you're looking, but let's see. Yeah, and as you can see, not much to come from that clip right there. We're going to wait it out and see. Okay, this is exactly when I start building, which is a good time to actually start our cinematic. You can see that the sun is coming down like so. So let's see, I do still want a close-up cinematic. Can I pop down over here? Okay, I kind of like that perspective. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the left as we do that. I'm going to stop that cinematic right there. And then we'll come over here. I do want to get, yeah, we'll get another cinematic shot right here. I kind of want to have the lily pad in there somehow. Maybe we'll go like that. But I do want to have that build be in the background. The library that we have right there. I kind of like that, okay. So what we're going to do with this cinematic, I do think, is eventually we'll use a crossfade in post, which is going to kind of blur things down. Oh, perfect. You can see the contrast of me actually building up there. Okay, we're going to let this run for a second. Oh, perfect. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the camera still. We're not going to move it at all for the next cinematic. And then we're going to skip forward a little bit. I usually like having the light come in when I can. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. You can see that my character's in a good perspective there. And then that way, when we cut to the next cinematic, as we place down blocks like that, everything's going to stay in place. But the cross dissolve is a good edit or thing that you can put into the cinematic at certain times when you're putting in a sort of transition just like this. Because it shows the passage of time very well. And so you can see, for me, it took me a very long time to learn how to understand a bit more of what I was actually doing. A fun thing to do now that I was down low is to come up high like this. And then at the same time, I do want to, I've been trying to tell the story with a bit less cinematics, although the main cinematic or the main build of the episode, which is what we see right now, is always the most important. So we're actually going to start to go a bit more into a faster mode. Then we're going to skip through just a bit more until we get a kind of closer as well. Just like that. I think that's a good amount of time. And then we'll make it about 10 seconds or so. Just like that, super easy. And then I think we'll also keep going with the time lapse. I don't want to go too far away yet. Do I still want to keep... Yeah, I do want to keep this in the center frame for the time being. But we'll probably pan away from this perspective right here. I might do a camera roll too. Let's keep going. Okay, actually, I'm just gonna go backwards like that. Make it around 10 seconds too. And you can see that I only have 37 cinematics. And this is actually the end of the video, the last build of this video. I do think. Actually, what we're going to do, sometimes in the middle of the build, just like that, in order to give a bit more ambiance, is I'll actually go to a different perspective. And usually, I'll try to get in like a nature piece or something like that. Actually, just because we haven't, you can see we have a couple of torch flowers that we have over here. I think that would be a nice kind of like oppositional breathing factor sort of element to the cinematic. Yeah, you can see that we have the torch flower and the pitcher pods right here. Okay, so we'll have new cinematic. Bring that down just a little bit. Okay, give that a bit of time to play out. Okay, let's go a bit closer because the sniffer was in the way. Okay, I think that looks awesome. So we can make that the next cinematic. And then sometimes I also enjoy showing the passage of time by the sun. But I also do want to have something in the foreground, so try to bring down from here on the clock tower, maybe? Okay, I do think that looks kind of cool. And so we can do the same thing here. All right, so just like that, we have another aesthetic cinematic. Okay, and then this is actually a perfect time. You can see that I'm on the ledge right here to do another one of those cross dissolve sort of transitions. So we'll come back like this, and you can see that I'm building away here. Okay, so we can let that play for about 10 seconds. And then we're going to speed forward the time. Again, not too much. Okay, yeah, somewhere just like that. Okay, yeah, we'll see the passage of time as I put in the next layer right there too. And then we're going to speed up the motion once again. And we're finally going to have like a much more of a heads-on look of the creation of this build as much as I can. As you can see, if I get too far away, the signs are going to go away. Let's see. Okay, I think just about there. Then we'll speed up a good amount, as you can see, to put on the roof. And just a little bit. And put a tiny camera tilt on it, and then we're going to step things up just a tiny bit, like that. Okay, I'm liking the cinematic sequence that we have right here. And now we're going to go super duper far away. And we're going to try to get in a wide view perspective of the kingdom. Yeah, something... yeah, just like this, I would say. Maybe a bit more to the left. Okay, and it seems like this part is me putting on the path. We're going to go back a little bit, and then we're also going to now roll the camera a tiny bit and bring it down. Kind of the counter, the inverse operation of what we ended up doing just now. And then I do think that we're going to do another one of those crossfade transitions. Maybe we can come back from the back of the build. Get the sailboat in there too. Actually, you know what? I'm going to, we're going to keep the time lapse, fast pace part of things going on too. It's still raining there. It's still raining. Wow. It's still raining. Meaning, okay, this was the last scene that I wanted to have for the cinematic, meaning that we want to kind of push things back just like that. We're not going to roll the camera this time. And then sometimes, honestly, it's kind of nice. Let's see, the sun is there. Might be too low for us. You know what, actually, I feel like, no, we're going to do one more slow or normal paced cinematic just to finalize the sequence. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Yes, okay, very beautiful. Let's bring this down a bit more. Okay, I kind of like that. So we can make one more cinematic for the sequence. I feel like the song is always a vibe too. All right, let's see. That could be everything for episode 10 right there. Depending on the cinematic, we could be now on to episode 11. I think we are. No, we're not. We're not. Are we? I can't tell. I cannot tell. Okay. I do think we'll keep making cinematics like it's the same episode, but I can't tell. Actually, just in case it's the beginning of a new episode, why don't we start kind of closer up here? Try to get some sunlight, hopefully. Maybe we'll do something slow motion too. Let's see. Try to bring this guy down like that. Bring it out a little bit more. We'll have to see. This is a very niche cinematic. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, let's see. We're going to extend the slow motion heavily, and then we're gonna bring it back and see what happens. Hey, Jordan, don't you sweat whatsoever, man. This is kind of, it's a low key. It's a very laid back stream week, as you can see. Okay, I still like this. That's definitely a workable cinematic. But once again, you don't actually... let's act like this is the beginning of a new episode. I don't know if it is. I can't remember. Okay, we already have kind of like a lookout of that. Oh, actually, we do want a cinematic of Marnie, especially if it's the beginning of the episode. I feel like she makes an introduction or she makes an appearance in pretty much every Lotus episode. Okay, so we'll go like that and make a new cinematic for her. Okay, and then I do remember, I'm pretty sure that we end up making a tree right here. So we're gonna do once again one of those cross dissolve cinematics. Let's see how far back we can go. Still want to have all the detail, everything that we have here. And we're probably gonna make 3 individual cinematics for this one tree here. And eventually in post, you guys will see what I'm going for. Classic Marnie. Classic Marnie, she has to make an appearance. Okay, let's see. Let's fast forward a little bit here. Okay, wasn't quite ready. Clearly it was not ready. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we can start our first cinematic here. So we're gonna let this go for about 10 seconds, or maybe a little bit more just so that we can get that extra detail. Oh no. No, my game crashed. Oh. Oh, huge bummer. Man, that does not usually happen when I'm making cinematics. Okay, let's pop back in here. Oh, I was cooking right there. Jordan, thank you, man. So this is episode 10/11. You'll see on Friday night stream if you end up hanging out. The amount of work that we have had done over the weekend, you guys haven't seen anything. I grinded so hard all weekend. I have so much work done in the kingdom. It looks absolutely insane. Okay, fingers crossed this works out. Okay, we're loading back up. I know, I was cooking. I had a good frame right there. Okay, I'm back on my screen. I do want to recover the cinematic. I think you guys can see. Do let me know. Okay, we're gonna come back here. Oh, God, I was chefing. This is okay. It makes sense. It was a 45-minute long cinematic. Oh, cool. Yeah, the cinematic week is good. You know, it's good, but at the same time, oh, I wish I was playing Minecraft. Hopefully this loads too. Okay, that's the last. Okay. So we finished that cinematic sequence. Meaning we're done here. I went from one song of the same exact kind of vibe to the next one. That's funny. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I do guess we must be here. Okay, I don't know what happened in that cinematic. Okay, that's weird. Wait 1 second. I don't know, maybe I was too high anyway. I was. Oh, we still have plenty of cinematics right here. Okay, that makes much more sense. We totally passed by, okay. Oh, this is Lotus episode. I don't know. We've been doing so much. So this build right here is a brand new shop that we ended up making. Oh man, tech issues. The good thing is I'm moving in a couple months, and I'm going to be hopefully eventually soon after. I'm gonna get it finally. We're finally gonna get the PC rig. Actually, you know what? I might as well start this cinematic from the top. Kind of do like a bird's eye view and look down on it. Okay, we can start with something just like this. Hey, thank you, my man. And Jordan, thanks for just kind of hanging out for a little bit. This is not going to be that long of a stream for tonight, and you know, just kind of us relaxing and hanging out. Okay, so this is definitely still Lotus rep. Okay, Lotus 10 rep. Let's say V60. Because I know I'm not that far yet. And we'll come back over here. Okay, that might be not that important of a cinematic when it comes down to it. Oh, Jordan, do you have D&D tonight? Oh, that sounds so fun, my man. Tell me a bit more about it if you're down. I've never gotten into D&D myself, but I would love to. I feel like I spend all my time doing this, I'm being honest. Okay, so we're at... Okay, this must be the official cinematic. Okay, so we're going to start over here. We might start away. Yes, okay. This might be a good introductory cinematic to the build. Okay, so we'll start right here. Perfect, okay, exactly. Hey, Level, it's good to see you, my man. Be happy Wednesday. As you can see, it's kind of just a relaxing stream where we get a bit more of our cinematics done here. For me, this is kind of a boring content week. On Friday, we do have the Lotus Season Tour, or Lotus Halfway World Tour, which is very exciting in my personal opinion. Yeah, you guys have hung out with me during it for a good amount of streams. And it's about an hour and 40 minutes long, but you definitely have not seen everything that I showed off in the video. So I hope that you're excited for it. But besides that, you know, sometimes I've done a lot of making or just kind of like live streaming or recording and that sort of thing. And then there's other times where I do have to get the cinematics done. And I love making the cinematics when I get into it, just like I'm doing with you guys right now. But at the same time, cinematics are much more, you know, of something that it's an essential component of making the videos. But it's not as fun as playing video games. Right? You know, I still work full time. Like I still, you know, this is something that I enjoy doing, which is why I do it. But at the same time, you know, it's it's definitely not as fun as like a recording stream week, in my personal opinion. Okay, so we do have a nicer close-up shot right there, right next to the townhouse. So no, I think we're gonna come back here. Ooh, actually, I like this perspective. Yeah, we'll have Draconis's and Fozzy's shops in the background right there. Okay, let's bring it down a bit more. Okay, so we can make that into a 10-second cinematic. And I think that we started with under 30 cinematics on stream. And we've been streaming for about 45 minutes, so it's not too bad. I definitely do not work as fast while I'm on stream when I'm making the cinematics as I do when I'm just kind of laser focused in, which makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna go super duper back. And then on this cinematic, we're going to do a bit of zoom in, and we're also going to do a camera roll too. And by that, I mean we're going to kind of tilt the camera to the side just like that. And we'll bring it up a tad bit too. Oh, Jordan, you invented that a couple of years ago? That's so cool, my man. Is it something that's like just astounding now? Like after just continuing to work on it for the last couple of years? I think I honestly would love to know. Almost like in a selfish way. Because I'm pursuing, you know, I've been doing this Minecraft thing. The YouTube thing for a couple of years, but also at the same time, you know, even this build itself over the last couple of years, or not over the last couple of years, this build, the world itself over the last couple of months, maybe 6 months or so, has been something that I've been working on full time. And I'm feeling the rewards, like you know, what I can get from the fact that I'm putting consistent, dedicated progress into this world, but at the same time, one thing that we've kind of been talking about at the beginning of stream is you know, for even getting the idea of like shiny object syndrome. For me, it's been a good thing to take a miniature break from doing some Minecraft content yesterday, just so that I could relax and get some new inspiration. And that's exactly what ended up happening. And so it feels good to have taken that breather, but at the same time, I know that I'm so passionate about this, and being able to keep making this world happen over time is something that I want to keep doing. And I'm already astounded by how much this build and this place and world has really come together when it comes down to it, honestly. Oh, it seems like everyone that's played has enjoyed it. That makes me happy. I mean, you seem like a very creative person, I will say. Very innovative. You seem like a problem solver, and I think that when you have that ability and you're also a creative person, then you're able to find creative solutions to problems. So that makes sense to me. Oh, actually, we don't have the windows in here yet. So I think that we're going to do once again, a cross dissolve transition. Hopefully we end up getting them into the build. We'll have to see what happens. I'm kind of whirling around right here. Let's see. Okay, we'll keep that cinematic. We might be able to use it. When plenty of people, or a couple of them, have come back to play it again as different characters, that's so cool. You know, speaking of like Hytale, I think that one of the reasons I like RPGs, you know, honestly, I think that YouTube in a huge way for me, especially the way that you guys maybe see me make my content in a Let's Play sort of style, is very much in like an RPG sort of element. Or at least you know, for me, I consider myself making a story that's happening. Actually, this will be the outro cinematic right here. But for me, you know, I love the storytelling aspect and I love making the story. And I think that, you know, for you when it comes to D&D, I think that may be something that we kind of have in common. Yeah, I love RPG. All right, guys, but I don't want to burn myself out. I think I might keep doing some cinematics. But doing cinematics on live stream, I love live streaming much more than doing the cinematics. You can see we have a good amount more to go. But I don't want to push myself too hard on this stream week. I do promise you we'll have a great old stream on Friday. And it really means so much that you guys come and spend some time with me. It's something I've been looking forward to. It seems like Pug's online right now. It's something I genuinely look forward to. But I do think I'm going to go have some sleep in, or have some dinner, and then get an early sleep in me. And we'll keep on kind of banging out these cinematics. Probably another shorter live stream tomorrow, and then finally regardless of how much cinematics we have done, we'll have some fun on Friday night. I do promise you that. But I am sending you guys the best energy. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and tonight. Level Up, I hope you're doing well. Jordan, I hope that you're doing well. Tell me about D&D when it's done. But thanks again, guys, and I'll chat with you guys very soon. Yeah, it's easier to focus on editing off stream, but I just love connecting with you guys as much as I can, so that's why I did it. Even if it's for a little bit of time. Alright guys, have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon.